Are you serious? Are you serious? This is a heartbreaking story, and this is one of the concerns I've had anytime I hear of mass power outages. And I worry about the elderly. I worry about the older people that are in their homes. Power goes out. You know, how hot is it? You have to, you realize how hot it is in Florida and how hot it is in Texas. But we have 6 people are dead in a nursing home in Hollywood, Florida. Now, I was in Hollywood, Florida earlier this summer. We were there for a conference. This is a very heartbreaking situation. Police are investigating what led to the deaths of these 6 people who were inside a sweltering hot Florida nursing home left powerless by Hurricane Irma. Now, authorities were called to the rehabilitation center at Hollywood Hills early this morning, where they found a scene so horrific. A hospital just down the street from the nursing home declared it a mass casualty incident. 3 people were found dead inside the facility, while 3 others were declared dead when they arrived at the hospital, according to Hollywood Police Chief Thomas Sanchez at a news conference. Emergency personnel have been rushed. A total of 115 people have been taken to safety from inside this extremely hot nursing home. Right now, this is a criminal investigation. According to the police, our investigation has revealed that it was extremely hot on the 2nd floor of the facility. It is not clear which floor of the nursing home the residents were on when the authorities reached them or how long it took for police to get there. But city officials initially said the police responded to a call from the facility shortly after 4 a.m. Eastern time this morning, while Sanchez said officers did not get there until they received a call after 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, officials are trying to nail down when the call actually came out. The victims' identities were not immediately made public. Their deaths were believed to be heat-related. Dr. Randy Katz, a medical director for the emergency services at Memorial Healthcare Systems, which has a hospital down the block from the nursing home, said there were at least a dozen patients that were still in the hospital. Most of the patients have been treated for respiratory distress, dehydration, and heat-related issues. Dr. Katz said, adding that the death toll could potentially rise. Katz said so many patients needed assistance at the nursing home that his hospital evacuated a mass casualty incident protocol, mobilizing more than 50 healthcare workers and helpers, and sent 50 people there to help evacuate and treat the patients. This was a terrible incident. The scene was chaotic when I arrived. I've definitely seen mass casualties and things to that extent, but this is something unique, something extremely sad and unfortunate for these patients and their families. Police would not comment on whether the nursing home had a generator or whether investigators had ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning as a contributing factor. The building was sealed off as investigators from Hollywood Police Department, along with the Florida Attorney General's office, have begun their probe. A nursing home employee told NBC Miami that the building was cool as of Tuesday, but that he returned Wednesday morning to work to an overheated facility. And Florida Governor Rick Scott said he was absolutely heartbroken by the nursing home deaths. He said, I'm going to aggressively demand answers on how this tragic event took place. This situation is unfathomable. Now, the nursing home was located about 20 miles north of Miami, Florida, and has been in the dark since Irma struck over the weekend, according to officials. So on Sunday, they lost power, and of course, this all unfolded this morning. Temperatures in South Florida this week have been in the 80s, and the low in Hollywood Tuesday was 79. That was the lowest temperature. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which regulate nursing homes across the country, gave the Hollywood facility an overall rating of 2 stars on a 5-star scale, a below average rating, and the health inspection was 1 star, much below average. And later Wednesday, a second South Florida nursing home, Crystal Bay Nursing Home and Rehabilitation Center in North Miami Beach, was evacuated. Officials didn't say what prompted that evacuation, and that took place this afternoon. And Irma cut power to millions of Floridians and has killed more than 54 people across the Caribbean islands and southeastern United States as it has rampaged across the Atlantic. So look, folks, this is one of the things I was worried about. I think you guys have probably heard me say this time and time again, especially on the air. I'm concerned about the nursing homes and the hospitals and the elderly in assisted living centers, or just the elderly in their own homes. Because when the power goes out and the heat rises down there, whether it's in Houston or Galveston, Texas, or it's in Miami, Florida, it's dangerous, okay? This was being in Hollywood, Florida. So pray, folks, for the families of these victims, and also pray for those victims that are in the hospital, some of which, more of them may die before it's all said and done. And it's just a sad, sad deal, okay? I'll be back with more current world events. And, they might have been short of staff, no doubt. People had to leave, maybe evacuated. They didn't hardly have enough people. But still, you can't let people sit in rooms that get up near 100 degrees. You just can't. You got to do something. You got to call way before that.